Sir, good morning.
Good morning. So here we start with the delimiter in string literal. It's saying that when you define a variable and you are initializing a value in a PLSQL, we are representing the value in the form of a single quotation. Okay, so when you represent a variable, when you are initializing a value in a variable in a PLSQL, so you are using single quotation. Like if you see this example, v underscore if name colon equals to, we're passing the value. But if your value contain the apostrophe like Amit's pen, then there is a confusion. Okay, how you have to represent? So it is treated as it is a one word and it is a starting of one word. So it shows an error. It is not identifying for the apostrophe. Okay, so Amit's pen. If you define here Amit, then it is good. Amit pen. If you mention here apostrophe, then here PLSQL compiler get confused to distinguish between the word because it is not having any kind of word special permission to identifying this apostrophe mark. So that reason we're using the delimiter in string. Like for mention that this apostrophe is for a this quotation is for a apostrophe s, then we have mentioned here as a q. The q represent here apostrophe s, like Father's Day. Okay, the q, then we represent a total word in a single quotation. Then apostrophe s we have mentioned here. So if you notice here, here we are using the exclamatory symbol. In the case of exclamatory, you can pass any symbol, like you can pass a curly bracket, you can pass a square bracket. Okay, so that is we're using the oracle. In the oracle also we are using this apostrophe mark. For representing this apostrophe, we are using a delimiter operator. So in the PLSQL also you have that kind of functionality. Okay, so third Sunday in the June is V event. So what are the information we are passing? It is event. Again, here we are defining another variable. So if you notice here, in the place of exclamatory, here it is used the square bracket. The Mother's Day. It's showing you second Sunday in the May is a Mother's Day. Okay, now I'm showing you the program. Understood this one?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, this program. Let it open. We define here declare e underscore then varchar 2. Then we are giving a size as 50. Then here we write begin e underscore then colon equals to q. Then here we pass as exclamatory others day. Then it is printing you ppms underscore output dot underscore line. Colon
Sir, sir, ଯଦି Father's Day ପରେ ଆମେ exclamation mark ଦବାକୁ ଚାହିଁବା ତାହେଲେ ଆମେ square bracket use କରିବା।
नहीं एक्सक्लेमेटरी नो हमें जदी ये जो अपोस्ट्रोफी जोटा यूज करूचे ना ता
हाँ
पे
सर ସେଇଟା ମୁଁ ବୁଝିଲି ମାନେ ମୁଁ କହୁଛି କି क्यू apostrophe ଆଉ apostrophe ଟା ସେ read करू ବୋଲି ଆମେ exclamation mark देले बट जदी Father's Day ପରେ हमको exclamation mark दबार अछि ताहले
हम एडो लिखि एटा हमें ये जो एक्सक्लेमेटरी स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट एटा पास कर सकते हैं अपोस्ट्रोफी पे हम यूज करते हैं।
हाँ
ठीक है
हाँ सर सर आपण जोटा लेखिचंती थर्ड संडे इन जून इज तापरे अपोस्ट्रोफी आसीबो वी इवेंट परे हेजेछि सर वी इवेंट परे अपोस्ट्रोफी लागिछि सेटा इज पर को आसीबो
एटा कहूछ
फोर्थ लाइन नहीं सर फोर्थ लाइन टा
एटा
माने वी इवेंट टा भी प्रिंट हे जिवो
हां हां एटा तो भी इवेंट प्रिंट हवा ପାଇଁ ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି ନା
हां
v underscore event colon equals to q define mother's events underscore output root underscore line and Sunday in May is so it is showing you now third Sunday in June is a Father's Day. Second Sunday in May is Mother's Day. The actual work of this Q operator. Then comes to your types of variable. PLSQL variable. PLSQL variable is of four types. One is scalar variable, then a reference variable, large object, composite, and non-PLSQL variable, and bind variable. Okay, so these are the different variables we are using. The types of variable. First, we are using the Scala data type. Every PLSQL variable has a data type which specifies the storage format and constraint and valid range of value. PLSQL supports several data type category including Scala, reference, large object, and composite data type. Scala data type is what? Now, Scala data type hold a single value. It hold a single value. The value depend upon the data type of the variable. For example, v underscore my name variable in the example in the section, it is used for declaring and initializing the PLSQL variable. Therefore, v underscore my name can hold a string value. PLSQL also support the boolean variable. A reference data type. Reference data type hold the value called as the pointer. Okay, it contains the address where your value is stored. LOB data type hold the value called as the locator, which specify the location of the large object. Okay, means where your value is stored, the location of the large object type. Next is composite data type are available by using PLSQL collection and record variable. PLSQL collection and record contain the internal element that you can treat as an individual variable. Okay, that is a composite variable. The first is color data type, which hold only one value. A reference data type holds the value called as a pointer, means which is store the location where your value is stored. LOB data type is called as the large object file, which specify the location of large object. Composite data type are available by the PLSQL collection and record variable. PLSQL collection and record contain the internal element that you can treat as an individual variable. So take this one photo, types of variables.
Yes, sir.
Then guideline for declaring and initializing PLSQL variable. Follow the consistent naming conversion. Okay, so you have to follow the consistent naming convention. Means whenever you are giving a name, your name should be meaningful. Initialize variables that are designed as not null. So you are defining a variable that will store not null value. The null should not be accepted. When you want to initialize the value, you have to use here colon equals to. Colon equals to is used for initializing a variable value. The v underscore my name varchar to 20 by passing John. V underscore my name varchar to default is John. Default means if you are not passing any type of value, then at runtime or you are not taking any value from a user, then this default value is initialized. Guideline for defining a PLSQL variable. So declare employee ID number. If you write select employee ID into employee, so it shows here error. Why it shows an error? you are retrieving a value from a column that is employee ID, and you store the variable value in a employee ID. This one, declare employee ID. So here, your PLSQL compiler get confused. Which one is your Oracle and which one is your PLSQL variable? So in that cases, it is giving a priority to the Oracle, and it is not giving you priority to the PLSQL. So in that scenario, it shows an error. It's saying that guideline initialize the variable to an expression with a assignment operator or with a default or reserved word. If you do not assign an initial value, the new variable contain null by default until you assign a value. To assign or reassign a value to a variable, you write PLSQL assignment statement. However, it is a good programming practice to initialize all the variables. The two objects can have the same name only if they are defined in the different block. Where they can coexist, you can qualify them with a label and use them. Avoid using the column name as identifier. So don't give a column name as identifier. If a PLSQL variable occur in SQL statement and have the same name as a column, the Oracle server assume that it is the column that is being referenced. So although the code example in the slide work, the code that is written using the same name of a database table and a variable is not easy to read and maintain. So if you give the same name, Oracle column name and PLSQL variable name same, so it is very difficult to manage. Okay. The first point is saying that initialize a variable to an expression with colon equals to. For assigning a value to a variable or initializing a value to a variable, colon equals to is used. If you want to store a default value, default means if you not initialize any value to a variable, then the default value is initialized here. The two objects can have the same name only if they are defined in a different block. Where the two objects can have the same name. You can give a two object as the same name, but they are defined in a different block. Where they coexist, you can qualify them with a label and use them. So you have to give an identifier. Okay, so generally we are not giving the same name to a variable. Then it shows an error or confusion. Avoid using the column name as identifier. If a Oracle table contains a column name, suppose employee ID, don't give a variable name as employee ID. In the Oracle server, assume that is a column that is being referenced, although the code example in the slide work, the code that is written using the same name for a database table and variable is not easy to read and maintain. Scala data type. Scala data type hold a single value and have no internal component. It holds a single value and it doesn't have any kind of internal component. Like here we're using true, then some value we're storing Atlanta, then okay, so it is showing you date, it is showing you any fractional number. So it is a Scala data type. The PLSQL, you take the photo of this one guideline.
Yes, sir.
The PLSQL provide a variety of predefined data type. For instance, you can choose from an integer, floating point, character, boolean, date, collection, and LOB type. Okay. The Scala data type hold a single value and has no internal component. It holds only single value. Scala data type can be classified into 4 categories. One is it will contain the number, character, date, then boolean, then a number data type and subtype that is associated a base type to a constant. Okay, you can store any type of value in a Scala data type. So what are the scalar data type are available? Char, varchar2, number, binary integer, PLS integer, boolean, binary float, then binary double. Okay. So these are the different data types we are using for a scalar data. Like here we are using char. When you are using char data type, it contains the fixed length. If you use the varchar2, so it contains the size which is vary. Okay, and the char and varchar will store the character and string value. Number, here it is having a precision and scale. Like you can define the decimal point of value here. Precision is the base value, scale is your decimal point. Then binary integer, base type of integer you can give. PLS integer, it is a base type of signed integer. And when you define a PLS integer, it taken the less amount of memory than the integer. Boolean, it is a base type that store one of the three possible value and logical calculation: true, false, null. Then binary float, it represents the floating point number. Binary double represent a floating point number. It required 9 bytes to store the value. Okay. So these are all the data types we're using. You take this photo.
Yes, sir.
Next, this one.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So go up to 2.18. Next class, we start from the base color data. Okay.
Yes, sir.